What's up, everybody? Power, baby. I'm Alex Reyes. This is Point Fighter Live, and today we're gonna do the preview show, information show on the 50th Battle of Atlanta. I'm here with Toby, Ruth. What's going on, man? How are you? Good night. I hope you're having a great night.
Yeah, I'm having a great night, man. How are you?
Awesome, man. Awesome. Great week for me. And as everybody's now getting the notification to come on in, give us a share. If you have any questions on the Battle of Atlanta, now's a great time to ask. Okay, we're doing this live. If you have any questions after the live show, all right, you're watching this later on, the recorded video, just comment and we can get back at you. You can also contact, Toby, the Greg Ruth, right? Your dad. It's you guys are really easy to get a hold of. So what's going on, man? So you guys are ready? It's the 50th uh anniversary. That's crazy, man. Like 50th year. Like this is big. It's been, and you guys are going. It's bigger than it looks like. It's gonna be bigger than ever, right?
Yeah, we hope so. It's with being the 50th Battle of Atlanta, we want it to be something very special. We got a lot of excitement. It seems like behind the scenes. So we're hoping that translates to some really good excitement when we actually get to the event, a month from now.
Yeah, man, for sure. You guys got a lot of things going on, which we're gonna get into right now in the show. And as you guys know, the tournament, you know, it's got a lot of history, right? The tournament has a lot of history. Here's a picture of the legends, right? The legends right here. That's Pedro Xavier, the Brady's, right? Anthony Price, just people that have won the tournament, and it goes on even into more history than that, right? It's like you're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about this. This was on TV. This event was on TV. It was like a big man. There's so much history. It's kind of like if you win this tournament, you're a legend, right? You're basically a
right.
legend. Like this picture
Yeah,
says,
so you
right?
go way back to back to the 70s, and Century just did in their MA Success magazine just did a cover story and a feature article on the history of the Battle of Atlanta. It's got, for anybody who's just looking for a quick snapshot, that article's got a absolutely fantastic timeline of just some of the major high points of the history of the Battle of Atlanta. Way back when Joe Corley started it, and on into Truth Entertainment taking it over in 2013. So there's a tremendous amount of history, some great fighters, all the way back, Bill Wallace, Jeff Smith, Jerry Rome, all these
Wow.
people, and these people you can go back to like I said, to the 70s and just talk about all the great fighters. Anybody that's ever really wanted to call themselves a great fighter has had to do something at the Battle of Atlanta.
It's true, man. And even the fighters of today, like, and like you saying the past, you could think about the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s. Like, it's really like that tournament that you want to win. You know what I mean? So, and I've been, it was started by Joe Corley, and he's going to be doing something at the tournament, right? He's got like a Legends thing
Yeah,
going
he's been.
on at the tournament.
Joe is really excited about this year, bringing back a lot of legends from the early years of the Battle of Atlanta through the 80s and 90s. He's having a special ceremony for those guys. It's kind of a select club of people. He's calling it Gathering of World Changers. That's going to take place on Friday. Those guys are going to get together. They're going to have some award ceremonies for them, some recognition, probably do a little dinner, and then they're going to come over and watch the Friday night fights later on. So we're really excited.
Nice.
We've got a big list of people.
Yeah,
So
all those legends are gonna be in the tournament too, right? Walking around, and like that's gonna be great for pictures and autographs because you're talking about the top, who's who of the legends, right? Real legends of martial arts. I'm looking forward to I believe Charlie Lee is gonna be there too, right? I think Charlie Lee.
I think Charlie's coming.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, Joe has posted so many names. If I don't have it in front of me, I can't remember all who exactly is coming. But I know some of them are even competing. So you might find some legends in the 50 plus, sparring category. So if you're coming, you better be coming prepared to fight somebody. So
Yes, sir. Hey, if you guys are coming to the tournament, I want you to comment right now, power, and I want you to share this video on your timeline right now. Give us some power. And there's the Battle of Atlanta, the 50th year. I love this tournament. I'm so excited to it. I can't wait. My team is coming. like always. And man, I'm so excited about this tournament. Like I'm so pumped up.
Yeah,
Um,
your team pulled a big upset a few years ago. So
yeah, man, I love that about this tournament. You don't have to worry. Some people, even though I don't think it exists, right? The politics and cause for teams, but this tournament is proof that that doesn't exist because like last year, James Poor, he won the open weight, the overall, WKF has won, and I myself, there's always a tournament that you have that you're really good at or something like that's I always saw that as a tournament that my team or myself had success. I remember clinching the NASCAR title in the 2000 at this tournament, winning my division, and that got my points up there. And then my team has won it. My team has won it a few times. Like I just love this tournament, and it's just great. And like I said, like Poor last year won it all, and he was undefeated. It's great stories that come in this tournament. How about this, man? You guys are trendsetters. Look at that poster right there with the drawing and stuff. That's really cool right there. Like, you're talking about customer service, competition, everything organized, great venue, great place, great awards. What more can you ask for a tournament?
yeah,
So,
we're working really hard to make this one even more special. It's the hard thing about being innovative is you got to be innovative every year. So everybody expects
yes.
something a little bit different. So that poster from last year, designed by my twin brother, actually, with Malt Maker Media, and Tommy. People know Brian Ruth. That always
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah. How
Ruth
many
brothers,
Ruths
but
are there, man? I mean, there's a bunch of you guys, right?
yeah. So Tommy came up with that idea, and he pitched it at me. I said, "Man, I think that's going to be something special," and it was a hit. We should have printed a bunch of posters. We probably could have sold a few because several people hit us up for them.
Yeah, for real. And that's really cool. You have that family aspect, the family working together. And,
Yeah,
that's martial arts right there. You know what I
it's
mean?
the whole point of it right there. It's a
Yes, sir.
family.
Yes, sir.
You got your family that you train with. You got your family that you compete with. You got your family that you see every once in a while when you go across the country to different events. So that's one of the reasons why we, martial arts is something really special. Tournament competition is special because you get to have that family feel. You can get in the
Yes.
ring, pound on somebody, and then just a few minutes later you're brothers again. And that's what it's all about.
That's true. Hey, the tournament's running. For those of you guys that don't know, if you don't know the dates, then I don't know where you've been. It's June. The competition's June 15 and 16, and then the 14. You guys got a lot of stuff going on too. It's in Atlanta, Georgia, of course, right? Hey, I got my ticket at $130. That's crazy, bro. Like flights are so cheap right now. Like, and it's just a few weeks out. Really, it's like a month away or less, right? It's pretty much a less than a month away.
Let's
And but
Right.
right
So
now's the
it's
time
actually a
to
month
buy.
this weekend.
Yeah,
So there's from what I'm seeing, we do some research every once in a while.
yeah.
I just put something on Facebook a few days ago about some really cheap flights out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. And then, there's always, SMA is always posting a few Delta flights that have got some really
Oh
cheap.
yeah, yeah.
Keep watching those, if you're trying to get those cheap flights in. And if you're local, regional, it's a good day. If you got a good day's drive, just come on in. We're in a great place right now. So we would love to have you out there.
Yeah, man, for sure. Get your tickets already. Don't miss it. Everybody's gonna be there. You don't want to be sitting at home watching the live stream. You'll be kicking yourself. You want to be there live. You know what I'm saying? So it's again at the Renaissance Atlanta Waverly Hotel and Cabo Galleria Center. Right, that's a great location for a tournament. Everything you need is right there. There's food. There's places to eat all around that you can walk to. There's great restaurants here. I love the restaurants in there as well. But the
Stay
tournament
for Sunday and go to a Braves game because they're right across the street now.
the Braves is right across the street. That's things to do, right? Yes, sir.
Exactly.
That's really good. And then, man, you guys are sold out. That hotel sold out. So right, it's with the room,
We've been
but
sold
there's
out
other
we've been sold out probably a month.
Woo.
And we've gone back and clamored for more rooms, and they just don't have them to give us. So we have some other hotel options available.
Yeah.
If you go through our Connections Housing Partner on our website, you should be able to find something at one of the places there at the Hyatt Place, or there's some Wyndham hotels available nearby. And the Sheraton obviously has got a walking bridge from it to the Cop Galleria Center, so you can connect to
That's
the.
great. Yeah, that's great. As you guys could see, I posted the kind of like a screenshot of it of what you'll see, and you can reserve. This was a few days ago, so I'm not sure. Make sure you guys jump on this right now. Once this show's done, get your room if you're going. If not, like Sport Martial Arts made a post the other day. Like, are you gonna be sleeping in your car? Because if you don't reserve your room right now, reserve that room. Don't wait. Don't wait. All right. And this is gonna be loaded. All the teams I know are coming. All the top teams are coming. So this is gonna be loaded up. It's a NASCAR World event, right? Let's go over some of the sanctionings. NASCAR World event, you know, ISKA, right? You got some international people coming.
We do. We have. I know we've got teams from Venezuela and Honduras, South Africa. I mean, there's some guys from England coming, Germany,
Wow.
Canada, obviously, Mexico. Off the top of my head, that's the only ones I can remember right now. I haven't gone through the list in a while, but
yeah, man, the
hoping to get a
countries
few
are
more.
coming.
So
yeah, that's great. That's great. And you got, the ISK is pretty big internationally. And Mac with Michael Politi, he's got a lot of the international sanction. How about the Ring Contact Fighting Arts International? That's RCFAI, right?
yeah,
That's
they're sponsoring, they're sanctioning our semi-contact divisions, continuous sparring divisions, and our semi-contact title bouts there on Friday Night Fights. So
cool. It's cool. So they're doing the continuous fighting. Is their rules, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, that's great. That's a lot of fighting, man. Pro Mac, I know that's a great regional league. Joey Perry, right? That's his, or that's I know he's.
Ruth.
Oh, it's Ruth. It's Greg Ruth, right? Yeah, yeah. They're doing
Joey's
a great
part
job.
of it. Joey's got an event on it. Yes.
Yeah, Joey's one of the promoters, and yeah, but it's Greg Ruth, right? Your dad's thing, and that's great, man. That to have that regional league right there, and it's Pro Mac. I know that it's very organized, and they're always doing judges meetings and certifications, and like that. That's awesome. That's the way to grow the sport for sure. Yeah, and then you got this Tony Young's league, right? The All Star Karate League. So you got a lot of that regional. You're getting points for all these leagues right here. RSKC. So that's really great. Sport Martial Arts is gonna be there. They're always awesome. Their production is awesome of events, and they really do a great job with the interviews and everything. So, and they got like over 300,000 followers. So you get a lot of exposure. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
then Point Fighter approved. Fighter approved, and then that whole combination with Point Fighter Live and Sport Martial Arts, you're getting, a lot of people, would, they're like, they complain about not enough media coverage, but just, you guys have Sport Martial Arts, Point Fighter Live, like that's maximum, and that's great.
we got a few other things in the works that I can't really get into just yet, but just know that there's some other things coming down the road, probably as far as media coverage and that. So
that's awesome.
We'll release that information when it gets to be more concrete. So
yes, sir, that's exciting. And of course, after the tournament, we'll be doing a post show. We'll get a winner from the event, and we'll get them on the show and just interview them and their win. So Juventex, hey. Great, they do a great job. It makes it so easy on the competitors, the promoters, just everybody. With Juventex, and you could go right now and register myjuventex.com. It's super easy. You go in there and you register with the Battle of Atlanta. Bam. You'll know when you're competing, pretty much an estimate. You know what ring you'll be competing in. You could even go in there the day before or a few days before, and you could kind of see who's in your division already. Like, you could use this as a great tool. So make sure you go on there. When's the next registration deadline?
June 1st. So
June 1st.
The prices go up again June 1st to the day of. So realistically, we want everybody to get in there and get that pre-registration pricing by the end of this month.
Yeah. So don't wait. You don't want to wait. Get your stuff. Get registered and get that. All right. Okay. The link is gonna be on this page as well. Later on, if you're watching the recorded, I'm going to have the hotel link and the website for the information and the registration link. All right, so let's get onto the schedule. the seminar, right? You got a nice seminar on Thursday, right, with a competitive edge.
Yeah, the
And
competitive edge camp. It's become a yearly thing with
yeah,
the Presley brothers and Jackson Rudolph. They've started the competitive edge camp. We were one of the first tournaments to have a competitive edge camp. Eric Rudolph and Ronnie Presley, our tournament directors, they kind of put this on, and we've had unbelievable turnout the last couple of years. Students coming in, getting some great instruction in forms and weapons. To the point where we've had to move into bigger ballrooms over the
wow,
last couple of years just because of the numbers. It's very exciting. It's great for these regional competitors who don't get to come out to a lot of
yeah.
big tournaments across the country and just get some hands-on experience with some really professional guys.
So that's going on Thursday, like in the afternoon. At what time is that?
Starts Thursday morning at 10.
Morning,
So
10. All right, so you got to get in early, get in Wednesday, and then do the camp, and a lot of knowledge there. And man, I gotta say, like that everybody there is good, but I know like Jackson Rudolph and his family, they do a great job. Like you said, they help with coordinating the event and stuff. Like they do a really good job. They're hard workers. So and great, it's gonna be great. Don't miss out on that. Uh, you also have off the mat, right? So it's kind of like it's a presentation series. Now tell us a little more about this because I think it's a great idea. It's so awesome. Yeah.
So this is where I'm actually going off the book, I guess, a little bit. Typically we've had some instructional type seminars over the past few years. So I'm doing something a little bit different and doing a presentation series that are shorter speakers and a shorter time period for the speakers. 20 minutes, mostly talking more about things that are a broader scope related to the martial arts, some business type things, some motivational type things, some personally relatable type things. It's not necessarily going to be anything that's going to be hands-on like you're going to get at the competitive edge.
Yeah.
It's going to be things that you can take back that you can find to work into whatever it is you're doing, whether it's competition, running your business, your karate school, your personal life, whatever that is. This series is going to be about trying to find that motivation, the inspiration to keep doing whatever it is you're doing.
That's awesome. And it's free, right? It's free for everybody.
It's free. So all you can do is go into registration and add it. We want you to add it in registration just because in the event that we did have a ton of people show up, we want to make sure we had enough seating for everybody.
Yeah, it's RSVP basically.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. That's great, man. And it's awesome that we're going to go over some of the people that are coming in and just give us some information on these guys. This is
Larry Koyman.
Larry Koyman.
Yeah, he's coming in. He's going to talk about how to develop your staff to the point where basically you got to work yourself out of a job. So that's kind of the gist of what he's going to be talking about, which sounds kind of crazy, but it's working on building the right kind of staff so that it supports you as the owner of the school, so that you can grow and grow. And that's kind of where he's going to show.
Man, this is awesome. I love hearing this stuff. Is that your brother there?
That's Tommy. Tommy's going to bring his company in. They're going to talk directly about selling your brand, how to sell your brand through storytelling. Wow. And they've got a great thing going in Malt Maker Media. They've been working with Battle of Atlanta since we started. It's kind of helped build his company in the process. So these guys are great. They're very innovative, very creative. And if you're looking for a company to help build your brand, to make something unique, something different, and mostly just to tell your story to the public, then these guys are the people you need to be talking to.
Wow, man. So build your brand, some help with your staff. And then here's the man, Joey Perry. This is a guy that he has a successful school, and he has he's very involved in the tournament. So what's he going to be talking about?
So Joey's going to be talking about, how to follow your passion and, to find that motivation to keep being successful. If you do what you love every day, then you're always going to be successful, no matter what that means, whether it's, financially, personally. If you're following your passion, you're going to be able to create success. So
he's one of the most positive guys I've ever talked to, man. Like, and it's contagious, that energy he brings. So that's going to be great. That's going to be great right there. And then Aaron Hensley, right? Premier Martial Arts.
Yeah, and Aaron we brought on last year. He's pretty he's getting involved in the promotion circuit. He's working with Dewey Wood and the Dixieland Nationals this year. He's in Promac, our regional circuit. And he's going to talk about, some things about kind of similar to Joey's, but a little bit of different take on it, about not ever being satisfied, always trying to find that piece is going to keep you motivated and hungry and working towards your goals. So I got two guys that I want to come in and be really motivational to the
Yeah.
point. How do you build success? It looks different for everybody. These two guys are in two different parts of the country. They're both martial artists. They both own schools, but they do it different ways. So you're hoping the whole goal is going to be that you're going to take something different from both of these guys. So
Man, this is awesome. At what time is this going on? In the morning
it's
on
going to start at
Friday?
9 o'clock on Friday morning. So
That's
we're
great.
going to make sure that people have time. When you get up, get you some breakfast, get your coffee, come on over to Off the Mat. Listen to these guys talk for a little while, get ready, maybe get you hyped up and pumped up and ready for your
Yeah,
competition.
man, this is all free, and this is great. Like you got some business stuff there in the turn at the competition, and this is great. It's kind of like two worlds colliding, right, into one.
Correct.
It's awesome. So take advantage of this, guys, because these are great, presenters that are going to be talking. So make sure you register for this as well. It's free. Hey, so you also got Friday morning. The Paul Mitchell has an annual thing where they go to the hospital and like giving back, man. This is awesome.
So we started this a few years ago as well, and we coordinated with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. We go to Scottish Rite Hospital. The Paul Mitchell team has been very gracious to donate their time. They go over to all these kids have got dealing with childhood cancer or some other disease, and the Paul Mitchell team goes over and gives them a demonstration, meets with the kids, brings them some goodie bags, talks with the kids. It's a really great experience, for the kids and for the Paul Mitchell team. It's been so successful with our event that the Paul Mitchell team replicated it at their, the Ocean State this year, went to another hospital there. So it's a great thing. It's a really good for these guys. And the kids get to experience martial arts probably for the first time, and maybe some of them for the only time. So we've enjoyed that piece to our event. Not everybody gets to see it, because it's off. But we always take some video and some photos, so you can always check our website, post event, and
for sure,
our social media to see what's going on with that.
it's awesome.
It's kind of our way of giving back to the local.
No, that's
community.
great, and I have seen pictures and videos and stuff, and like, man, the kids' faces just light up, and it's so awesome, that they do that. So shout out to you guys and Paul Mitchell on that, and that's great. So hey, so just talking about prize money, I mean, if everybody knows, NASCAR gives out a lot of prize money, right? And you guys, I mean, I think it's almost like 20,000 just in like prize money, just NASCAR, right? But you guys also have a lot of extra divisions that you're gonna be doing with more money. So if you guys want, the prize money's on the website. The $1,000 grants, of course, men, women. If division $100 if you win the division. That's the norm in NASCAR. But you guys also got the open weight, right? You got the open weight that you guys are giving money to, and then you also got something that's pretty new, right? Something you guys are doing now, the national and international team fighting. So talk to us about that, and also about the open weight.
So we'll start with the national and international team. One of the things we're doing this year, to kind of draw in more of those international teams that may be shying away from our event, because we do pull in some of the the NASCAR teams that are really good. So to kind of get some more I guess opportunities for these guys to come in and to be successful right off the bat, we're going to split the division into national, which is going to be where your NASCAR competitors are probably going to start, and then your international team, which are these guys that are coming over here from overseas, and they're going to have two divisions, and each division, national and international, are both going to, the winners will receive $500, and then we're going to take the winners of those two divisions. Those guys are going to have that championship match of each division on Friday night fights, and the winners of those two divisions are going to meet head to head on Saturday night at the Battle Zone night show. So then those guys
are awesome.
They're going to take home the big money, which is $2,000. So
$2,000 for that, right? For that, the two combined, right? Wow. Hey, so this is like, man, this is pretty cool, because if you think about it, like the United States is the only country that has like kind of the national teams, the national teams, and they're from different schools, and they're like this team and that team. If you go international, they're all countries, like the Hungarian team, the UK team, Team Germany, team this, team that, right? and it's not formatted the way it is here. So this is a great way to have that format here, because that's how their mentality is over there and over here. So let me ask you a question. So if you are in international in the team fighting, right? Can the USA compete in it? Just because I'm trying to think of questions that people may try to get in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these are
Can
great
it?
questions,
Yeah.
and I guess I don't know who's actually going to be in charge of Team USA. But I guess somebody threw one together, said we're Team USA. I guess
Now,
you're
can
the
you put
national
one
division.
USA team? Can there be one, or could there be two? I mean, I can't do it because let's say a team that's all American, but my team has a Canadian, a Mexican, two Mexicans, and one American. So I couldn't even try to do both. But let's say a team like Gypsy, that they're all from Texas, and they're like, okay, we want to also compete as Team USA together. And then there's another team that has Americans like Next Level or something. How many USA teams can there be? One of
Now,
each country.
I think the best thing for everybody to do is just compete as their normal team.
Yeah,
So like if you have
exactly.
two Team Gypsies, that's fine. But
Yeah,
everybody trying to be Team USA, you might be a
yeah,
little
exactly.
bit
Yeah, yeah.
presumptuous in that process.
So just stay in. If your team a national team, just stay right there and do the national team thing. Don't try to jump or do both. Right?
Right,
Yeah,
represent your team as you would at any other event, because
yeah.
when you come to the Battle of Atlanta to compete, you are representing your team, and
Yeah.
it is a prestigious win, and we want whoever walks away as the overall winner to be representing who they are and who they represent on a pretty much a consistent
So let's
basis.
say I have two Mexicans, right? Zayn and Pablo. If they get together can they compete in that in my with my team in the national, and then get together with, like, let's say a Hector Solori, which is on Velocity? Could they do that? Like, if
Yeah, they could. That would
yeah,
probably wouldn't compete as their normal team name. It
yeah,
doesn't prevent somebody that's
yeah, it'll
got
be Team Mexico. Like, they get
right.
together as Mexico,
So
right?
I know Velocity and even Team DKS have both national and international competitors. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
DKS
yeah.
may have two teams, one
Yeah,
competing
you're
in the
right.
national, one in the international, but they're
That's
Team
true.
DKS.
And
So
Proper has a whole Mexican team,
exactly,
and then they have the guys here. And well, they're who are Venezuelan actually, but they're living here. Brian and Ibrahim and then Leo. So
exactly.
that's gonna be so interesting, like, to see those fights. That's gonna be so cool. Man, I gotta get. I'm trying to think if there's three Cubans that I could get together to fight for Team Cuba.
There
Now,
you go.
this is pumping me up, man. This is awesome. This is great because I know for me, like, it's really hard to go to. The only time that there's country versus country is those WKC, WKU, whatever, the WACO. But those things are a week long. But this is kind of like, oh man, I could do it at this tournament. Maybe I could have this is just giving me an idea. So if you're from a country out there, you're listening, international team fighting, represent your country and come out and win the battle, and then you go against a national team. I really love that idea right there. Hey, so going on to the open weight. How's the open weight? Um, how's the open weight? What's the prize money for that?
So I'm gonna make sure I'm saying it right. So
Yeah.
the overall open weight's gonna be 1,000, just like the NASCAR regular sparring divisions for the overalls. Last year,
Wow.
like you said,
Awesome.
we had it was a phenomenal division last year. We had 39 competitors in the 18 plus men's black belt open weight, and we had to run it in two different rings at the same time.
Yeah.
James Poor coming out of nowhere, one of the guys I wouldn't even have picked to come out of that,
There
but
you
he
go.
came all the way through it, won the open weight, won his division in point sparring division, and then won the overall for that. So he took out a little
Yeah,
bit of
man,
my
he was
money himself.
undefeated. He took out a lot of fighters, like, and then after that, he's won some more overalls. That kind of like boosted him up. You know what I mean? So that's great. Um, so then, okay, so Friday night fights. That you guys got basically two night shows. This is a great idea because you got a lot of people that are saying, "Oh, the Saturday night shows more forms," and then this is and you're kind of like accommodating to everybody. You got Friday night fights, which is pretty much all fighting, and then Saturday's gonna have a lot of fights, some fights too, but there's gonna be forms like normal. So a lot of fighting. If you like fighting, there's a great tournament. So Friday night fights. Tell us a little more about that. What's going on? I know you got a big schedule. We're gonna go kind of through it now too. Here you have Ross Levine is gonna fight, right? He's defending his title.
Yes. So real quick before we jump into Friday, one thing I need to say about
Yeah,
national versus international, just to be clear, you
yeah.
don't compete in one or the other. You can't do both. So Paul Mitchell
Okay, you
can't.
could only compete in one.
They can't be
Okay,
the national team and Team Corrali and be the Hungarian. So you got
okay.
to be one or the other.
So
So you
you
got
have
to
to pick, right. So
right.
this is good for the countries that are coming from out of town, just for that division, right? I got you. No, I
So
got you. That's good. That's good that we clarified that, because that
yeah,
was a question that I know that probably would happen when they're there. So I'll make sure to get that word out. So you got to compete in only one. All right. So Ross Levine, he's defending his title, right? He's defending the title. Well, he won last year, right? So he's a champion of the
correct.
tournament, right? He got the
So
belt.
we are staging it as returning champions. Both he and Johannes Gottwald from Germany both won
Yeah.
their semi-contact fights last year, so they're both
Oh
going to
wow.
defend their belts and their title. Ross is going to be squaring off against South African Rip Juma Marshall, and he's one of their. Uh, I think he's a full contact fighter over there, so he's actually really excited about coming over here and fighting Ross Levine. It's a great honor for them to come over here and compete at the battle and fight against someone the caliber of Ross. They're really looking forward to it. So it should be a great fight.
Yeah.
And, it's semi-contact, so there's going to be some harder hits. So there's no knockouts to the head or anything, but there's going to be some good body shots. So it's going to be
Yeah.
one of
No,
our
it was a great fight. Yeah, it was a great fight last year. It was really exciting. It's really cool to see. Ross was a big time legend. He's pretty much a legend in sport karate, and seeing him on stage with that style type of fighting, especially with now he's doing the Muay Thai and all that. So it's great to see him live in action doing his thing. This is kind of a list of some of the things you guys can't really see it too good unless you like really peek in. But these are all the things. These are all the divisions going on. On Friday night fights right here. So you got a lot of things here. The youth girls open weight, right? The
youth girls and boys 15 to 17 open weight. We're going to have the women's, and these will be the final matches of these divisions.
The finals.
So those divisions will start on Friday at noon.
Yeah.
I think make sure that's correct before I say that wrong. No, I'm wrong. It is youth open weight starts at 1:30. So those are the final matches for those divisions. The women's open weight will be the final division. We'll have the youth, 3 youth sparring, team sparring, final match
Nice.
on the stage as well.
The women's open weight, right? The women's open
weight. We'll have the semifinal matches for the men's open weight.
Yeah.
So the winner of the those 2 semifinalists that win will go on to the night show on Saturday night.
Yeah.
For the finals of the open weight. So
that's great. No, that's great. It's a whole show.
Correct. So the Friday Night Fights is dedicated to the fighter. I mean, Battle of Atlanta was started for a fight for the fighters. It kind of evolved over the years, and we want to always pay homage to the great fighters that have graced the stage at Battle of Atlanta going way, way back. So, and all these guys are coming. So this is a great time to really earn some respect.
For real. Yes.
From these storied legends that are coming. So we're looking forward to this night, really, really a lot. So we're putting a lot into this one. The 2 semi-contact will be our headliners. So because they're going to be a little bit more intense. But always the team fights are great. The open weights are great, and even these junior fights.
This is like a fight card right here. This is like a fight card for us for fighters. For the point fighters. It's awesome. Like this is great. It's gonna be a super exciting show. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, last year, there's the man right there, James Poor. He's the man. He won it all. That was great. That was some great highlights last year. Every year there's some good highlights. Let's see who wins it. Let's see who wins it all this year. There's gonna be a lot of teams there. Like I said, I know Proper's gonna be there. Our team. The All Stars I heard are coming. Impact, Velocity. Every team is pretty much coming. The international team, so it's gonna be amazing.
Team Bring It's coming.
Yeah.
Laura can't keep up with all.
I know that you guys even split it up. I think one year you guys split up the teams in different rings.
We had
right?
to. There were so many of it, it was going to take us forever to get them run off. So we had to
Yeah, so
get.
that's smart. That's a smart
So
thing to do as
yeah,
well.
we're planning
That's
that this
awesome.
year as well. So come. Like I said, the great thing about this, you worry about sometimes people getting a little turned off because of the numbers. But if you run the gauntlet like James Poor did last year through the open weight,
Yeah.
you've really done something. So don't we encourage everybody to come out and this is your opportunity to really step out
This
there
is
and
your chance to
have some
be a
fun.
legend. Make yourself a legend right here at the Battle of Atlanta. Hey, then you guys got the Battle Zone night show, which is awesome. It's gonna have a great. You guys do a great job. Oh, now I think we were talking about this earlier, like the way the night show, right? The night shows are all gonna be in that one room, right? And the
Correct. All the night shows are going to be in the grand ballroom. We're actually moved all of our divisions out of the grand ballroom during the daytime. So the grand ballroom in the Waverly Hotel will be just the venue for both night shows. In Battle Zone this year, it's going to have a lot of the NASCA overall championships, forms and weapons, point sparring, and the winners of the international national team fight will go head to head, and then it's open weights.
yeah.
The other thing that we have that we brought to the Battle Zone that's pretty popular that's going on around the circuits now are the Underbelt Grand Championships.
Oh
We're going to
yeah.
have stage as well. We're really pushing our underbelt divisions very hard this year.
Yeah.
It's something we've put a lot of effort into trying to communicate. Century has partnered with us.
Yeah.
We're doing right now we're doing if you're a martial arts school owner, you need to call us, send us an email, get in on this deal because it's going to last till June 10th, and then we're going to shut it off. But if you're an underbelt, you're bringing underbelts to the tournament. The underbelts can get 3 divisions for $99, and so
That's
you
awesome.
contact us, come in, and we'll get you that information. You can email me, you can email the Battle Atlanta, go through the website, get the email there. But let us know, martial arts school owners, we got something for you too. So just call us and we'll set that up.
That's a great deal right there for sure. Like, man, you don't see that, and that's great, man. That's great. I love to hear that deals like that. That's awesome. So yeah, the sponsors of the event. Let's just run through them. I always like to show love to the people that help the tournament, and Paul Mitchell's been sponsoring the tournament for a long time. Corporate sponsor right there. G Force gear, man, they got the best. Joe's doing great with that, man. He's got
Yeah.
everything. He's got everybody's buying from him. Century, like you just said, right? They do a great job giving back. Tiger Claw.
This is our production partner,
The
ELS out
production.
of Nashville. These guys are great.
Yeah.
I would tell you, I mean, I kind of selfishly don't want you to use them because they work for us and they're really awesome.
So
But
they're the ones that do all your lighting in the tournament and everything.
they
Like,
run
man,
our
it looks
production show.
the
So
production's awesome. Yeah.
they're out of Nashville, and these guys are phenomenal, easy to work with. They'll work with any budget. So if you're looking for somebody that's just easy to work with and fantastic, give these guys a shout out. You can click on that icon on our website. It'll take you to their webpage, and you can get their information there.
EOS Extreme Lighting. That's awesome, man. Yeah, you guys definitely have one of the best. Now this says DKS in there. I don't know why, but it's Fighters Inc. Top 10. Is one of the sponsors.
Well, we have both. So Team DKS actually sponsors some
Oh,
divisions.
they did? Okay.
So
That's
yeah,
great.
they're stepping up trying to get their brand out there. So
Wow, bro.
they
That's
came in as a
incredible.
sponsor, and then we also brought in this year for the first time Fighters in Top 10. They're sponsoring the Friday night fights. So Century sponsoring the Battle Zone, and Fighters in Top 10 are sponsoring the Friday night fights. So
that's great, man. Yeah, and shout out to DKS for doing that too. They really got a lot of great competitors too on that team, and Chino does a great job with the tournament. So yeah, man. So the Battle of Atlanta, you guys don't miss this tournament. We're gonna kind of go through some of the highlights from last year as well. That's James Poor. He's the man in that zone right there, right? The belt, right? That's the belt right there. That's the belt. I think, did Ross win that or the
that was Ross's belt last year.
Ross's belt last year. Yeah. Some more highlights. The great fighters that are in the building.
Team fights.
Yeah.
This is our youth girls fights. We've had some phenomenal ones over the year.
Yeah, man.
Joe Greenhall has got some great youth competitors on his team. So if you're looking to you're a younger competitor and you're looking for some inspiration, You
Yeah,
know,
and there's a lot of
boy or girl, it doesn't matter. We've got some great fighters that come out
yeah, and
here.
you'll be fighting on stage too on Friday night. Exposure for the juniors as well. And then that's how about Terry Kramer, great judge. He's a great judge. He's the man. You know, man,
And
he's been
I'll pitch out for Terry Kramer real quick. Terry's got an event this
oh yeah,
weekend.
he has a
So
tournament.
if you're in
Right?
St. Louis, you need to swing by. If you're in the area, he's gonna have a Silver Sun Showdown. It's a Pro Mac event.
Yeah.
Come on out and watch. Come visit Terry. He comes to everybody's tournament. He works hard. So love to have you out there as well. I'm sure he would love it. So
Yeah, he does a great job. Now, hey, so man, the Ruth family, like you guys, man, Brian Ruth, you, your dad, I know Brian's son, and like you guys get what else do you got going on other than the Battle of Atlanta? I heard you had a tournament yourself, right? Another
yeah, we
tournament.
got a partner with Eric. Truth Entertainment. We partner with Eric Rudolph and Ronnie Presley. And we do an event in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, called the Middle Tennessee Classic. It's our small regional event down in Murfreesboro, just outside of Nashville. It's a Pro Mac event. It's a rated RSKC. Come out. We got some sparring, open weight sparring divisions for the adults. We got youth double elimination sparring. We're going to have some first timers divisions for those underbelt kids that haven't ever come out. So it's a great event for people who are looking to get their foot wet in competition. So check it. We have a website for that. It's middletnclassic.com. Check it out. Get registered for that. It'll be after the Battle of Atlanta, after the U.S. Open. So, you're getting ready to go back to school or whatever. You're winding your summer down. You're in the Middle Tennessee area. Just come on out. It's a great little event. We had
What's the
great
date
turnout last
again?
year. It's July 21st.
July 21st. There you have it, guys. There you have it. That's awesome, man. Well, I'm looking forward to the event. We went over a bunch of information here, and look out on the website, on the Facebook page, my page, Sport Martial Arts. You never know. There could be more updates coming, right? We still got less than a month. Maybe there'll be some more.
There's always some surprises. We'll just say that. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks, man. Great interview and great show. A lot of information. Have a good night, all right?
All right, man. Thanks, Alex. We appreciate you.
Make sure you guys register right now and get your hotel right now. Power